Returning now to campaign 2016, a judge has denied a move from Miami-Dade mayoral candidate Raquel Regalado to have her opponent disqualified from the race. Regalado had filed a lawsuit demanding Mayor Carlos Jimenez be removed from the ballot. She claimed the Jimenez campaign used a wrongly dated check to pay for filing fees. Today, a judge ruled Jimenez can stay in the race, but another hearing on the matter is scheduled for Wednesday. Carlos Jimenez is Miami-Dade's first strong mayor forced into a runoff election. Raquel Regalado is a school board member with high name recognition thanks in part to her father, who is mayor of the city of Miami. Tonight, we take a closer look at the race and the two candidates. Carlos Jimenez greets supporters at a rally in North Miami-Dade, but he's quick to add politics is not really his thing.
Deep down, I'm shy. Okay, I'm not a typical politician. Most politicians are extroverts. I'm not an extrovert.
Jimenez calls himself a doer, a mayor who's rolled up his sleeves to balance a county budget, cut property taxes, introduce police body cameras, and pave the way for Uber and Lyft to operate in Miami-Dade.
Every promise that I've ever made, I've kept. And the new promise is that we're going to continue to move forward. We're going to solve our transportation problems, but we're also going to diversify the economy.
Miami-Dade School Board member Raquel Regalado sees a much bleaker future under Jimenez.
The choice is very clear. If you believe Miami-Dade County is going in the right direction, you stick with the incumbent. If you want change and you think that we can do better, I'm your candidate.
Regalado says the mayor's economic vision is stuck in the past and good-paying jobs are staying away.
Our kids are leaving Miami-Dade County. They're leaving to Jacksonville, to Tampa, to Orlando, to Atlanta, to Houston, where they have opportunities that they don't have here.
Regalado wants to restructure the Beacon Council, which is aimed at attracting economic development. Traffic congestion, a major priority for both candidates. Under Jimenez, the county is investing $40 million on smart traffic signals. While Regalado says that as a school board member, she reorganized the bus system to make it more cost-efficient, she promises to do the same with Miami-Dade Transit. Regalado is also trying to relate with voters as a single mother.
I've had to make difficult choices. I have been one of those people who had to decide on what to do with the house, what to do after divorce. I've been in a place where I couldn't give my children everything that they wanted.
A father and grandfather, Jimenez is a former firefighter, fire chief, city manager, and county commissioner.
I love serving, and I know that, the people in Miami-Dade County are my boss, and I have a duty to them.
A 6-year veteran of the school board, Regalado is a lawyer by profession. Her father is the mayor of the city of Miami.
I'm very proud of my father and the work that he's done in the city. I don't agree with him on everything, and I wish that people would give me an opportunity to talk about my track record.
While both are staying mostly out of presidential politics,
from the very beginning, I've said that I'm not going to take a position on the presidential election.
I've already said that I would be not voting for Donald Trump, and I've already made it clear who I was going to vote for.
Jimenez says he's voting for Hillary Clinton. Regalado is not saying. Regalado and Jimenez have both said no election is more important in Miami-Dade County than the race for mayor. And don't forget, early voting continues through Sunday.